upset. Then a few weeks later, there was a school shooting and the women were upset again. And I was like, well, are we killing kids or not?
Those chicks are so pissed that Trump won, shaving their heads, screaming that they're going to go on a sex strike. You can't threaten people by taking something away that no one wanted in the first place. Also, I don't know what you're doing going on a sex strike. Some of you really need a hunger strike.
When Leonarda Jonie has zero patience for dumb Karens, it's not just a quick comeback, it's a full demolition job. She doesn't believe in holding back or sugarcoating. And if you wander into her set with an attitude, you'd better be ready to get roasted in front of the whole crowd. Leonarda has made a career out of dismantling the self-righteous, the overconfident, and the perpetually offended. And she does it without flinching. That brutal honesty is exactly what turned her into a viral sensation.
Not being a woman in general, right, ladies? I'm just kidding. It's easy. Shut up. We have everything. We have everything we've ever wanted, and we're still not happy. I think we're the problem.
I'm a conspiracy theorist. Anybody else in here like the truth? I don't trust the government for shit. I don't care what they tell me. They're like, hey, you should drink 8 glasses of water a day. I'm like, why? What's in the water? Is this why everybody's gay? Some of you guys are like, but I'm gay. Stop drinking the tap water. What do you want me to tell you? Anybody believe in UFOs? Aliens? Yeah. I was right there with you. And then Hillary Clinton said they're real. And I said, nope, those demons. You guys upset that vaccine's not working? I was pretty disappointed. You know, I made a lot of plans. I signed my dad up for his 5th booster, but the f***er's still alive.
Her rise to fame wasn't the polished Hollywood story you're used to. She wasn't discovered by some talent scout in a fancy club. She built her audience one savage moment at a time. Clips of her destroying hecklers and ripping apart entitled audience members started flooding social media. People couldn't get enough of her unfiltered style, and soon she was everywhere, on feeds, in DMs, and on every must-watch comedy list. The people loved her, but the gatekeepers? Not so much.
Just came back from being on the road with Gabriel Iglesias. That is the fattest Mexican I've ever seen in my life. Bro, it's a good thing you're here because you'd never make it over that wall.
I was watching Survivor. If there's any Mexicans in here, Survivor is a TV show where we take a bunch of white people and we put them on an island and we tell them to live the way people do in your country. And a lot of white people don't make it. But on this episode of Survivor, they did a kind of battle of the sexes. They put all the men on one island, and they put all the women on one island, and they were like, let's see what happens. The men, they did okay. They built these huts, they built a fire, they kind of learned how to fish, but the women died.
That's how Leonarda earned the title of the most banned comedian. Comedy clubs refused to book her because she wouldn't follow their politically correct guidelines. Festivals blacklisted her for crossing the line, and social media platforms kept suspending her for hate speech that was really just jokes some people didn't like. But here's the twist. Every time they banned her, her fan base grew. Every attempt to silence her just gave her more ammunition and more attention.
Hello, I'm Leonarda Jonie, and I'm running for president. Now, I wasn't born in this country, but that never stopped Obama. I'm going to make it illegal for Spirit to charge you for a carry-on. You might as well just punch me in the face when I get on the plane and say, that's part of our service. Vote for me.
I'm tired of this push for diversity, equity, and inclusion. They're like, oh, we need more women and minority airline pilots. You mean the 2 groups that can't drive? If you walked in and there was an Asian lady flying your plane, you're walking right the f*** out. Because we let an Asian lady fly a plane once and we still can't find that Malaysian Airlines flight.
And that's what makes her dangerous to the outrage crowd. In an era where comedians are expected to apologize for making people uncomfortable, Leonarda does the opposite. She leans into it. When a Karen tries to call her out mid-set, she doesn't back down or switch topics. She doubles down, turning the interruption into the highlight of the night. It's not just comedy at that point, it's a public execution of stupidity, and the audience eats it up.
All right, ladies, I'm engaged, so now I'm going to give you some advice on how to get a man. Here's 5 things men don't care about, which I see you stupid bitches posting. Your job. They don't care if you're the CEO or you're flipping burgers at McDonald's. All you got to do is not be fat. Traveling. Here's me in Greece. Here's me in Italy. Oh, you're on a boat? You're a whore. Stop talking about stupid things. Post pictures of your ass. Your money. Unless you're fat, old, or both, and they're trying to live off you. Tell them you're poor. Your accomplishments. You ran a 5K. First of all, it's 5K. I run a 5K through my neighborhood every day trying to get away from the Puerto Ricans. That you're funny. Okay, first of all, let me just tell you this. You're probably not funny. You're boring. You're probably a good-looking woman, and everybody's laughing. They're not even listening to anything you say. Now, there are a few things they do care about. If you have a mixed-race baby, a dick, AIDS.
To Leonarda, comedy isn't about playing safe. It's about telling the truth, even if it makes people squirm. She's not interested in protecting fragile egos or dancing around sensitive topics. She's interested in laughs, raw and real. And in her eyes, the worst thing a comedian can do is become boring or predictable, just to avoid offending someone. She'd rather risk getting banned than become another watered-down voice in a sea of safe, forgettable acts.
Oh, I see Daryl over here got himself a skinny white girl. Daryl, you have a job, don't you? What do you do, Daryl?
I'm in HR.
You're in HR. Everybody hates you. Everybody hates you. You're the one who sends everybody those emails about the pronouns, don't you? They don't even know it's coming from like a homophobic black guy.
I actually work for the government.
For the government. You're really getting the out. Get the out, dude. You told me you had a job. This is just another welfare situation. I work for the government. I get checks from them. That's not the same thing. How'd you meet this lady? You went to her dad's house? You're like, I'm about to ruin your life. Are these your parents? No, right? Yeah, your parents don't talk to you anymore. A couple of race mixers over here. She's past childbearing age, so everybody's going to be fine with this. That's love, dude. She's willing to kill her whole family for some black. That's love. This isn't just porn brain. This goes deep, like he does.
So here's where you come in. Do you think comedians like Leonarda Jonie are the last real defenders of free speech? Or are they just stirring the pot for attention? Should they keep going all in, no matter who gets offended? Or should comedy start playing by the safe rules? Drop your answer in the comments, because something tells me Leonarda would love to roast your opinion too.